Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to solve this equation, sine squared t is equal to cosine t. We're going to find all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi. Now what we're going to do is we're also going to use a graphing calculator to help us out with this a little bit. Now if we wanted to, we could actually just type in sine squared t and cosine t and we can find their intersections on the graphing calculator. But let's at least talk about some of the math that's going on behind here to kind of figure out why we're doing what we're doing. So notice that we have two different trig functions, sine squared t and cosine t. Well, I'm going to use a basic trig identity, sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1, to kind of help me out with this. So if sine squared plus cosine squared is 1, that means that sine squared is equal to 1 minus cosine squared. So I'm going to go 1 minus cosine squared t is equal to cosine of t. Now the next step is to get all this on the same side of the equation. So I'm going to have 0 equals cosine squared t plus cosine of t minus 1. Now the reason why I did it like this is I wanted to make sure that this guy was positive. Now here's what we have. We have a hidden and embedded quadratic function right here. And to make life a little bit easier and trying to, because like this thing won't factor nicely, let's just go to a graph and have it help us solve it. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go to my functions, and I'm going to type in cosine. Right here I'll go squared, and then it doesn't matter what variable you go with, I'm going to go with x. I should probably close my parentheses, plus functions, cosine x, close the parentheses again, minus 1, and there we go. Now what I'm curious about is where this is going to equal 0. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my graph and I'm going to zoom in right here. What I want to find are those intercepts. And so let's see here, I have one at 0.905. I have another one at 5.379, and I want to go between 0 and 2 pi. And remember that 2 pi is roughly 6.28. So let's see if we have another one. Let's see what this is. That's 7.11. So that's clearly not going to work. Therefore, these are my two solutions.